Willow's shocking confession. After Jordan crash, the truth explodes. Ralston General Hospital spoilers. Port Charles has seen its fair share of shocking accidents, devastating betrayals, and life-altering confessions, but nothing could have prepared the town for what happened after Jordan Ashford's horrific crash. In true Port Charles fashion, a single tragic event has unleashed a chain reaction that threatens to destroy families, expose long-buried secrets, and change lives forever. And at the center of it all, Willow Corinthos. For months, Willow has struggled under the crushing weight of secrets, guilt, and impossible choices. Torn between loyalty, love, and her own conscience, she has desperately tried to keep her carefully constructed world from falling apart. But after Jordan's terrifying accident, the walls surrounding Willow's secret life finally begin to crumble. As Jordan fights for survival, Willow makes a confession so shocking that Port Charles is left completely stunned. The truth explodes. The nightmare begins on a stormy evening in Port Charles. Jordan Ashford had been investigating something important, something so explosive that she refused to discuss it over the phone. According to sources close to the PCPD commissioner, Jordan had uncovered information that implicated several prominent citizens in a dangerous conspiracy. Before she could reveal what she knew, tragedy struck. While driving along Route 41, Jordan's vehicle suddenly lost control. Witnesses reported seeing the SUV veer sharply before crashing through a guardrail and plunging down an embankment. Emergency responders rushed to the scene. The accident left Jordan critically injured. By the time paramedics transported her to General Hospital, doctors were uncertain whether she would survive the night. News of the crash spread through Port Charles like wildfire. Curtis rushed to the hospital. Anna Devane immediately launched an investigation. Laura Collins demanded answers. And Willow? Willow completely fell apart. Several witnesses inside General Hospital claim Willow appeared terrified, not merely worried about Jordan's condition, but genuinely terrified, as if she knew something devastating. As doctors worked frantically to save Jordan, Willow remained unusually anxious. Nina noticed immediately. "What's wrong?" Nina reportedly asked her daughter. Willow insisted she was simply upset over Jordan's injuries, but Nina wasn't convinced. Neither was Carly. Both women independently noticed that Willow repeatedly asked one specific question. Did Jordan say anything before surgery? Not, how is she? Not, will she survive? Instead, Willow desperately wanted to know whether Jordan had spoken. That detail immediately raised suspicions, because Jordan had apparently requested to see Willow shortly before the crash. Why? No one knew, until now. Before leaving the PCPD earlier that evening, Jordan reportedly confided in Anna that she needed to have a difficult conversation with Willow. Jordan had recently uncovered evidence connected to Drew Kane, specifically evidence regarding several mysterious financial transactions and hidden meetings. Jordan believed Willow might unknowingly be involved. However, Jordan never got the chance to confront her, at least not officially. After surgeons stabilized Jordan, she briefly regained consciousness. Despite her severe injuries, Jordan whispered only a handful of words. According to hospital insiders, those words changed everything. "Tell Willow, I know the truth." Then Jordan lost consciousness once again. The statement immediately sent shockwaves through everyone present. Curtis was stunned. Anna became suspicious. Carly grew concerned. But nobody reacted more dramatically than Willow. Witnesses claim Willow turned pale, burst into tears, and abruptly left the hospital. That was the moment everyone realized. Jordan's accident and Willow were somehow connected. Hours later, Michael found Willow alone in the chapel. She was crying uncontrollably. For weeks, Michael had sensed something was wrong. Willow had become distant, secretive, emotionally withdrawn. Now, sitting in the quiet sanctuary of General Hospital's chapel, Willow finally reached her breaking point. "I can't do this anymore," she sobbed. Michael assumed she was talking about Jordan. He was wrong. Willow looked directly into his eyes. Then she uttered words that changed everything. "I've been lying to everyone." Michael froze. Willow continued. "There are things about Drew, things I never told you." Michael's expression immediately darkened, because ever since Drew and Willow had grown closer, tensions within the family had steadily increased. But no one expected what Willow revealed next. According to Explosive Spoilers, Willow admits that her relationship with Drew went far beyond emotional support. Months earlier, while struggling with her marriage and personal trauma, Willow had turned to Drew. Initially, their bond seemed innocent. They confided in one another, supported each other, leaned on each other during difficult times, but emotions soon crossed dangerous boundaries. Willow confesses that she and Drew shared a secret intimacy long before anyone suspected. Even more shocking? Jordan discovered evidence suggesting Drew manipulated several situations to isolate Willow emotionally from Michael. Jordan had apparently uncovered messages, deleted communications, and financial records, raising serious concerns. Willow admits she knew some of this, and she said nothing. "I was ashamed," Willow reportedly tells Michael. "I didn't want to believe it was true." Michael is devastated. The betrayal cuts deeper than anything he imagined. But Willow isn't finished. Her next revelation leaves Michael utterly speechless. Willow reveals that shortly before Jordan's crash, Drew contacted her. He sounded frightened, desperate. He warned Willow that Jordan had discovered information capable of destroying numerous lives. Drew insisted Jordan was mistaken. However, he also begged Willow not to speak with her. That request now appears extraordinarily suspicious. Did Drew know Jordan was in danger? Did someone intentionally cause the crash? These questions suddenly become impossible to ignore. Anna certainly thinks so. After examining the wreckage, investigators discover evidence suggesting Jordan's vehicle may have been tampered with. Brake failure, electronic interference, possible sabotage. The crash may not have been an accident at all. And if that's true, everyone connected to Jordan's investigation becomes a suspect. Including Drew. Michael struggles to process Willow's confession. For years, he believed their marriage could survive anything. They had overcome illness, family drama, custody battles, personal loss. But deception? That may prove impossible to forgive. Michael demands answers. Did you love him? Willow cannot respond. Her silence says everything. Heartbroken, Michael walks away. Their future suddenly hangs by a thread. Meanwhile, Carly learns about Willow's confession and reacts exactly as fans might expect, with fury. Carly immediately blames Drew. She accuses him of exploiting Willow during her most vulnerable moments. Their confrontation becomes explosive. Sources tease screaming matches, shocking accusations, and a physical altercation narrowly avoided thanks to Jason's intervention. Port Charles has rarely witnessed such raw emotion. As details emerge, Nina finds herself devastated once again. After finally building a relationship with Willow, Nina fears everything they've achieved could disappear. Willow tearfully confides in her mother. For perhaps the first time, the two women share complete honesty. Nina encourages Willow to stop hiding. Secrets destroy families, Nina warns. Unfortunately, that lesson may come too late, because Jordan's investigation continues unfolding. And the evidence keeps growing. Anna Devane refuses to accept the crash as an accident. Determined to uncover the truth, she begins retracing Jordan's final movements. What she discovers is alarming. Security footage allegedly shows Jordan meeting with an unidentified individual shortly before the crash. The person's face remains hidden, but investigators recover enough evidence to identify one crucial detail. The mystery individual arrived in a vehicle registered to Aurora, Drew's company. Suddenly, suspicion intensifies dramatically. Drew insists he's being framed, yet even his closest allies begin questioning him. Curtis, in particular, becomes increasingly convinced that Jordan uncovered something extraordinarily dangerous, something worth killing for. Just when everyone believes answers remain out of reach, Jordan finally regains consciousness. Though weak, she immediately asks for Anna. Their private conversation remains secret, but insiders reveal that Anna exits Jordan's room visibly shaken. Moments later, Anna orders multiple search warrants, including one targeting Drew Kane. Why? Jordan apparently remembered everything, and whatever she revealed sends investigators racing against time. Because Jordan believes the person responsible for the crash may strike again. As the investigation intensifies, Willow realizes partial honesty is no longer enough. Gathering Michael, Carly, Nina, Jason, and Drew together, she decides to reveal the entire truth. The room falls silent. With tears streaming down her face, Willow confesses she possessed documents Jordan had secretly given her days earlier. Documents exposing a massive scheme involving deception, manipulation, and hidden financial transfers. Willow had hidden the evidence. She was afraid of losing Michael, afraid of hurting her children, afraid of what the truth would mean. But remaining silent may have nearly cost Jordan her life. Willow hands the documents to Anna. Everything changes. By week's end, relationships throughout Port Charles lie in ruins. Michael and Willow face an uncertain future. Drew finds himself under intense scrutiny. Jordan battles to recover while continuing her search for justice. Anna races to expose a dangerous conspiracy before more lives are destroyed. And Willow must live with the consequences of her choices. Her confession may ultimately save lives, but it could also cost her everything she loves. One thing is certain. The truth has finally exploded in Port Charles, and once secrets are exposed, there is no putting them back. Fans should prepare for emotional confrontations, heartbreaking betrayals, and shocking twists as this storyline unfolds. Because in Port Charles, the biggest secrets never stay buried forever.